In the latest developer chat, the Paralives devs have clarified information pertaining to voices, jobs, player character rotation, growth spurts, build tricks, PAM access, and modding power. If you care about ingredient cooking, mass invites, or editing your para mid-save, stay tuned because this stuff will actually affect gameplay. Diving into live mode, from the town map, you will be able to click any lot and select play as household for rotational play. Your save will reopen with the last house that you played. Your para will be able to work places around town, such as the museum, flower shop, hair salon, and so on. They're actual town companies that are physically in the town, as in your para can actually go there. But when they go there to work, it will be a rabbit hole, and if you switch control to another para, you will not see that first para actually there, at least not at the moment. There's no mass invite tool for social gatherings yet, but the team is working on implementing it later on down the line during early access or when the game hits its full public release. Interesting thing about twins, having two paras that are twins will not currently boost the chance of having twins. Growth spurts trigger at specific points in each life stage. For example, one growth spurt hits at exactly halfway through that life stage, but it only works if aging is turned on. With aging off, there are no growth spurts, so when Paralives Early Access is released in May 2026 and you decide you want aging off, if you wonder why your paras aren't getting growth spurts, that's the reason. Now, there's a little bit of a misconception amongst some Paralives fans that smoke will kill their paras. That is not the case. The actual death is caused by fire, and you'll visibly see flames on the character before they die. Moving to voices that will be available at early access for your paras. They're going to be giving us 7 voices. That's 2 masculine, 2 feminine, 1 child, 1 toddler, and 1 baby voice. There will be more voices later so that all of the paras don't sound the same. Plus, they're giving us sliders to lower or increase the pitch of each individual para. The developers have said that neutral conversations in Paralives were the hardest to record and make it feel natural. Crying was another tough thing, but it was fun, and that bodes well for emotional scenes. I cannot wait to get into the game to see all of the different emotions that our paras can feel. The music in Paralives, unfortunately, is not going to include the beautiful piano versions that some of you may have seen in some of the videos that have been released, but they might consider it at some point in time as they expand the game. A question was asked about whether we'll be able to edit our paras, changing the length of their hair, or changing their body composition, taller, shorter, fatter, thinner, etc. This is currently possible via a shortcut that will open up the full paramaker, which includes body and clothing. Whether this mid-save edit will stay a cheat or become a mirror or shop flow is currently undecided amongst the devs. So if it's something that you want to see permanently in the game that's not via a cheat, then please do make your voices heard via their public Discord by requesting that you want to see that. It's still a bit undecided whether the developers want to make it so that you can go to a salon in the game and change your hair that way. Currently, the way that it works is you click a mirror or you go to the salon and you immediately go into the paramaker, but a lot of fans are wanting your para to actually be able to sit in the hair salon's chair and a hairdresser goes to them and cuts their hair and you get maybe something random. So the devs still want flexibility with that, but they also don't want to remove reasons to visit shops. So we'll see how that works. There's no hard character limit text-wise on things like names, but very long strings of text can break the UI, so when the game is released, you will have to be mindful of that. Moving to the food side of things, right now cooking is super simple. There are no required ingredients, and your paras will either succeed at making food or they will fail and the food will automatically spoil. Later on, though, the developer team is interested in layering in ingredients, especially once they implement gardening. They've put a grocery store, being able to purchase ingredients at a grocery store or being made to. Few people have said, can we mod the game so that our paras will have to go to the grocery store or grow their own food in order to get ingredients for recipes? The developers have said that it is potentially doable. None of the developers have tried to do it, but it would be a very difficult thing to implement via the modding system because it would mean reworking cooking into individual interactions with recipe requirements and shopbot items. And speaking of mods, script mods, as I mentioned before, are currently not on the radar, but the developers are open to the possibility of reconsidering this stance later on. They believe that the existing mod system is pretty well structured as it is, and they're further planning on improving the existing mod system alongside development of the game. Again, if you want script mods, please let them know in the official Discord. Someone had asked in the dev chat if it would be possible to make it so that your paras unlock items in the Paramaker gradually. The developers have said that might be possible again, but it would be a super complex mod and would take a lot of work. The developers have also confirmed that you can replace body parts and textures of your paras in the game as long as they stay compatible with the current recolor system that the developers put in the game. In the building side of Paralives, developers have said that splitting walls horizontally by placing invisible separator walls to, say, mix a wallpaper at the top with paneling on the bottom could be possible, and it is something that they are considering and might put in later on. Someone's asked about the bookshelves, that the problem with the bookshelves is, they all look very similar, and someone wants to make bookshelves that are side by side but look different from each other. And the developers have said that while there's no built-in book or clutter arrangement variants on the bookshelves, every different bookshelf does have an empty variant as well as one that is automatically decorated. And the developers have said that everything that's on one of the already made bookshelves exists as separate clutter so that you can mix, match, change things up to your heart's content. Windows, as we know in Paralives, is resizable, and we are going to eventually get cats, as well as a few other pets in the game. And the developers have said that they really want to program the pet cats jumping up onto variable height windowsills so that they can peer out or in to the windows, which would be super cute, but we'll have to wait quite a long time before we get to see that. Little bit of expectation check for you all. The developers want us to know that they are focused on a stable early access release. They want to start off with simple core systems that they can build upon, with a modding pipeline that improves over time, and Paramaker or PAM restrictions that may change with player feedback. So set your expectations to solid base now with depth layered in later. Do you want ingredient-based cooking more? A mass socializing invite tool to invite multiple paras over to your para's home or on a different lot all at once? Or would you rather have full live mode access to Paramaker edits? Comment your vote down in the comment and let me know why. And I will see you in the next video.